They called it the Ark Horizon, a self-sustaining generation ship, 15 kilometers long, housing 10,000 souls, all bound for a new world. When we left Earth, I was just a child, staring out a viewport, watching our dying planet shrink into the dark. We were humanity's second chance, a floating Eden. But paradise has a way of unraveling. It started with whispers, system glitches, crew members going missing, power rerouted to forgotten sectors. At first, we thought it was sabotage, and we found the cryopods. I'm Commander Elias Reeve, security chief. Or at least, I was soldiers bred for obedience, engineered for strength, quiet, perfect killers. The mutiny didn't start with gunfire. They came at us in total silence, like ghosts in white armor. We lost half our team in under 2 minutes. I remember dragging a wounded rookie, Jacobs, into a decontamination shaft, sealing the door while they tore at the other side with fusion claws. Deep in the unregistered decks, dozens of pods marked Project Ascendant, unauthorized genetic experiments from the early Earth governments. That was the moment I knew we weren't dealing with malfunction. It was war, and we were behind enemy lines in our own ship. And they were waking up, looked almost human except her eyes, too perfect. She begged for mercy, said she didn't choose this life, that they were lied to, told we'd kill them first. For a second, I believed her. We overclocked the ship's radiation shielding to fry any sectors they passed through. They turned it into a fortress. Heat-vented walls, auto turrets, zero-G fields. We had one chance. Overload the primary fusion core. Blow them to atoms. We lured them into narrow corridors and vented atmosphere. Still, they adapted faster than we could plan. We called them the pure. They called us the flawed. Told them we'd bought the time for the civilians to evacuate into the stasis bays. Told them they were saving what was left of humanity. When the emergency seals slammed shut, I felt the ship breathe again, like it knew we'd bought it one more day. We moved through crawl spaces, fluid conduits, power bypasses. Every inch was contested. Blood froze on the walls where gravity failed. At one point, I killed a Purer with a severed cable in my bare hands. But if you're hearing this, if this transmission reaches Earth, or New Terra, or wherever we finally land, remember this. We had sidearms. Old mech loaders, a few hacked drones. He smiled through cracked lips, said, "Told you we wouldn't die." They had neural-linked tactics, dermal plating, eyes that saw heat signatures through walls. The first attack hit environmental control. Oxygen flow cut off to Deck 5 to 900 dead in minutes. Emergency systems bypassed, our access codes locked out. The civilians sleep in cryo, unaware of what we bled for. Sometimes I walk past the sealed bulkheads, the melted decks where the pure still lie, frozen in the tomb we made. They didn't want control. They wanted extermination. I rallied what was left of my squad, 30 of us, against hundreds of them. Our first engagement was in the hydroponics wing. Greenhouses burning, moisture boiling. He asked me if we were going to die. I told him no, but we're going to make them wish they had. From then on, we fought dirty. We hacked the maintenance bots, turned them into improvised kamikaze units. We had to become monsters to fight them. I remember the moment I realized the war had changed me. We captured one. Female, young, confused. Then she bit through her own tongue and used the blood to short the force field controls. Killed 2 of my men before we dropped her. Trust died that day. Eventually we pushed them back to the reactor sector. Problem was, we'd go with them. I sent my last 6 fighters into that hell. In the final chamber, Jacobs, still alive somehow, handed me the detonation codes. We overloaded the core. Not enough to destroy the Ark, but enough to collapse their section, trap them in molten steel. That was 7 years ago. Today I'm the only one still awake. I patrol the corridors of the Ark Horizon like a ghost. I guarantee know if I am a hero or just another madman alone in the dark. Humanity doesn't die quietly. We burn, we bleed, we break, and then we rise. Even in the black void of space, we are not prey. We are the apex. God help anything that forgets that.